Hi, this is Ross from VSM. In this video tutorial we're going to be looking at trunk group traffic. That's within Capacity Manager. So if you're a business partner, you'll need to drop into the customer first before running Capacity Manager. The view I'm using today is of course a customer view. So within Capacity Manager we select Reports and then drop down to Trunk Group. So we're going to look at the traffic that's been running on this trunk group, and as with all things within VSM, we can go back in time and look at traffic in the past. So I've elected to choose a really busy time for this particular customer, which was in December of 2015, and I'm going to choose trunk group 10 here, TCL1. So this trunk group carries a lot of inbound traffic for the contact centre. It also has a little bit of outbound traffic, of course, but there's so much contestability for the channels on this particular trunk group that using routing the calls, the outbound calls that can't use this trunk group, overflow to the next trunk group in the route. So the trunk group's now been returned to trunk group traffic. Just explaining a few of these fields in here. If we look at the trunk group, we can see at the top here that this is, I'll just grab a marker pen, this is trunk group 10, and its name is ALB to TCL1. Its trunk group type there is ISDN, so it's a primary rate, and we can see here that its trunk group size is 90, so 90 members. And the peak channels used in the reporting period is also 90, so that trunk group is being oversubscribed. This figure here, group overflow, this is showing us the number of calls that overflowed, so that's outbound calls that overflowed to the next choice trunk group in the route pattern. Getting into the body of the graph itself, the axis on the left hand side here, this vertical axis, this is our one of our data sources. This is raw data that comes out of Communication Manager, and that's presented to us in CCSs, which is centi call seconds. It's another way of looking at Erlangs. So that's the volume of traffic that takes into account the number of calls and their duration, which is used for traffic modelling. So when we model this trunk group, so that's if we look at the legend up here, that's the total usage, goes across to the left hand side, the red legend across to the left. The blue, which is the channels required. This is where we've used the Erlang lookup table. So based on the number of CCSs, we can model the number of channels that we require. So that's the blue legend. So we take the peak across here, we can see we need about 115 odd channels on this trunk group using traffic modelling. We're using a grader service of 0.002 up here. That's means a 1 call in 500 failing due to congestion, and that's a pretty standard a grader service that's used by traffic engineers. So we can see here we need about 115 to 120 channels in this trunk group if we were to carry all of the traffic that was offered. So just summarising, the trunk group. So trunk group 10, it has 90 members. The peak channels used in the reporting period was 90. So we're sampling the traffic at quite a high rate to see that. 2 calls overflowed to the next choice trunk group in an outbound direction. And we need, so although we've got 90 members in this trunk group, we actually need about 115 using our traffic modelling. So I hope this has been useful to you. If you have any comments or any feedback, if you could contact your business partner and feed that back through to us, or drop us an email at support@vsi.com. Thanks so much for your time.